So we invite Juliet from Kenya. Shall we welcome her?
Goodrich Hall. That's the hall that hosted 25 fellows at Northwestern University for the past 5 weeks. Now, when you enter Goodrich Hall, I should mention it was our own little version of Big Brother Africa without the cameras. Well, as far as we know, there were no cameras. When you enter the Goodrich Hall, there's a screen right at the front that was a constant daily reminder that we should enjoy the little things. Now, what's interesting is that the little things became a running joke over the 5 weeks we were together. We saw little things when we were in class, in our academic discussions. We saw little things in our site visits. We saw little things in our own discussions with each other. Trust me, even when there was no little thing to see, we saw little things. And what we came out with at Northwestern is that little things is that the big accomplishments that we have, the big things that we see, even at this table this morning, is that they are an accumulation of the small steps that we took, the little things that we took that were insignificant, perhaps, but somehow have led up to where we are tonight. So I'm going to talk to you about how you too can join the Little Things movement. When I was a teenager, my mom passed away, and my dad had this job where he had to travel quite a bit. So he would be gone for 3-4 days. And what he'd do is that he'd leave about $20 to $50 on top of the fridge for us to use while he was away. Now, my elder sister, being the oldest, she automatically became in charge of this money. But it soon became clear that our priorities were a bit different. I was concerned about what I was going to eat that night. She was more concerned about how that money was going to give her the night of her life. So I decided, enough is enough, we need to fix this. So my dad used to leave very early in the morning, and my sister slept in quite a bit. So I had a window of time where I could, take charge of this money before she woke up. And so the first night, my dad went, and the teenager that I was just went to the fridge and grabbed that money. And I remember holding it in my hand and thinking, wow. It was, I think, $50. Wow. I've never held that much. Before, I think the most I'd held was about, less than $1, I think. And I remember holding it in my hands and thinking, what am I going to buy with this money? What is missing in the house? How long is Dad going to be away? What is a budget? Ladies and gentlemen, that was my introduction to a financial literacy class. I've been asked, and I'm sure you've asked yourself as well, what makes a leader? What makes a great leader? And with time, I've come to realize that leadership is a response to your environment. Leadership is a response to what you do with what is in front of you. As a teenager, it just happened to be mismanagement of $50. For Nelson Mandela, it happened to be racial discrimination, social injustice. What is the immediate problem in your environment? Because of that one step that I took at 15, looking back now, I can see the ripple effects. I made that one choice that led to many other choices. I ended up pursuing a degree in finance and working in a banking industry for several years. And in that bank, I ended up serving as a financial education facilitator to high school students because I knew I needed those skills when I was 14. Think a minute with me. Who taught you how to manage your money? Did you teach yourself? Were you taught in school? Did your mom teach you? It's because of that one choice that I made at that time that I'm able to stand before you today. It's because of that one choice that I made that I'm able to introduce to you Pesa Savvy. Pesa Savvy is an organization that seeks to empower young people to use what they have in the very best way. It teaches you the difference between financial risk and financial opportunity. It empowers young people to know, to be aware about the products that are in the market, the banking products, What's right for you? What's not right? How can you maximize with what is available? That's what Pesa Savvy is about. I like the fact that I came to America trying to figure out what the next phase of my life looks like, and I met different people in different parts of Africa doing the exact little thing that I was trying to do in Kenya. And that's the value of little things. One of my favorite songs is by an artist called Plum, and she says that it only takes one drop. When you think about the work you're doing, it seems like it's just one drop. But when I think about my drop and somebody else's drop in Ghana, somebody else's drop in Uganda, it makes a big ocean. And that's the value of little things. That's the value of the small incremental steps that you take. So I'd like you to just take a minute and consider for yourself. If you don't have your own space, Pesa Savvy is my space of influence. Pesa Savvy is my area of influence for Africa. What is yours? What is going to be your little thing? What is going to be your contribution to the Africa that Mandela dreamt about? What is your contribution to Mandela's legacy? Thank you very much.
Thank you.